Shit. What's going on, YouTube? You already know it's your motherfucking boy, the back in town. We back at it again with another motherfucking video. Today, this shit is wild. Body cam man caught stabbing his parents to death. Oh my god, y'all. This shit is just crazy, bro. I can't believe how this video is going. Before we get into the video, I hope y'all boy like, comment, subscribe to get into the motherfucking video. Oh, this shit look creepy as hell.
Shots fired, shots fired.
Police shoot and kill a man after they say they found him murdering his parents. I have the disturbing case out of Utah and where the case stands now. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. I have to warn you, what you are going to hear is very disturbing. Police in West Valley, Utah just released body camera footage. They say shows a man attacking his parents in their home on New Year's Day with a knife. The West Valley Police Department was required under the open records laws in Utah to share the disturbing video, capturing an officer fatally shooting the suspect just before 5 p.m. on January 1st. Police received a 911 call.
911, what is the city address of your emergency?
Stop! Ow! Fuck you, asshole! No, fuck me!
Listen. That's why I like to keep that thing on me, y'all. See, bro, I'm just a firm believer, bro. If his dad had that gat on him, that nigga wouldn't stabbed him. Hey, bro, bag your little young ass back. I ain't fine with your little young ass. I'm too old. My dick already don't work no more. I ain't fine with your old ass. Hey, bro, I'ma ask you but one time and one time only, nigga. Don't fucking get no closer. I will put your young ass down. I brought you in this bitch, and I'm going to take you out this motherfucker. Stop playing with me, bro. I'm telling you, bro, listen, this is why I love guns, bro. This is disturbing, bro. What's going on, man?
Police say the 911 call taker was unable to hear any details, but the commotion heard in the background led to the call being classified as unknown problem. Upon arrival, officers were waiting outside the Bertelsen home for several minutes before they rushed inside. Then more officers arrived and something alerted them to a basement entrance where they rushed inside.
Yo, you knew he was intended to do this, bro. He intended to kill them, bro. They in the basement? Dog, what type of freaky fucking Jeepers Creepers ass shit is he on, dog? What's going on, bro? Come on, bro. We in there. This like motherfucking Call of Duty, bro. We going downstairs, nigga. Got that glizzy on me?
Get your hands off! Get down.
Bro, it's blood trails, bro.
Chop it! Shots fired, shots fired.
Well, we finna put you down, nigga.
Clear? Not yet.
Not yet, we're not clear.
We are not clear.
Check the back.
Expedite those units, please.
Drop the hand!
Get out your hands!
Drop the knife!
Oh my god, bro.
Get space. Get back. Where's Dan?
Drop the knife!
He still has the knife.
He still got the knife.
Okay. Easy.
Just him down.
He's down right now, right?
He's moving. Drop the knife now!
Check back.
If you do not drop that knife, you will get shot again!
They having
Drop the knife now!
They having to stand off with a
Now
man.
you
But
can
listen,
hear
bro,
the
I'm
officer
unloading the
tells him
clip.
to drop the knife, and you can also hear the urgency in his voice.
Drop it now! I don't want to shoot you again, boy. Drop it!
I ain't taking no nigga serious that say bud.
You guys want to check the upstairs. Drop that knife now!
Why he ain't got no body cam, man?
It's hidden in the other hand. Don't go any closer. 311 negative. We got 2 down. Suspect down. 2 possibly echo. Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Anybody else in here? Make yourself known! Take a deep breath.
Man, we going in that bitch, man. Fire at that nigga again, man.
I know.
Fire at that nigga again, man. Quit playing, dog. You better up that motherfucking tool, nigga. Buy that ass again, nigga. You don't want to drop it, we gonna make you drop it, nigga. Or I'm gonna drop you. Come on, nigga. Go ahead, go in there. You scared, nigga? Listen, bro.
Drop the knife.
Nigga, this the wrong profession to be scared, nigga. Ain't no reason, nigga. He got a knife. He just killed 2 people. This was wrong with the nigga. This was wrong. This shit lame as hell, nigga. You niggas over here, nigga. He just killed 2 of his parents. You trying to negotiate? Nigga, ain't shit to negotiate, nigga. Go in there, bust his ass, nigga. Bust at that nigga. Y'all niggas sit here, drop the nigga. Nigga, drop what? Nigga, keep it in there. I want to see you with that knife, nigga. Pow, pow, pow. We gonna have a shootout in this bitch, bro. We gonna have a stare down. You versus these other 4 niggas with these guns. This is why the crime rate gonna shoot up. They know you niggas too. You scared, nigga. You got a knife, nigga. I got a gun, nigga. Listen, bro. You ain't never heard of saying, nigga, you brought a knife to a gunfight, nigga. Nigga, what? You got a knife, nigga? And I got this Glock, bro. You don't stand no chance, nigga. I ain't gonna have no type of fear, nigga. You gonna pop out, Like, you nigga, this shit is ridiculous. Nigga, listen, bro.
Down, holster. Down, holster. Down, holster. Walk back.
Bro, listen, bro. I would have came in there like nigga owed me some money or something, nigga.
I want to tell you about Upside. It's a free app that gets you cash back on things like gas, groceries, and restaurants. After the shooting,
we received a 911 call at about 5:12 this evening that came from inside the home at 3310 West Enterado Avenue. Our officers arrived on scene and entered the home. Inside the home, they found the bodies of 2 adults, a male and a female. They also encountered an adult male suspect. During the confrontation with that adult male suspect, an officer fired on the suspect, killing him. As is standard in an officer-involved critical incident, a critical incident protocol team is conducting the investigation. The protocol team that's led by Salt Lake City Police Department will investigate this incident.
He was stabbing
them. As is outlined in the Salt Lake County Officer-Involved Critical Incident Protocol, the involved agency, which is West Valley City, will handle all communications to the media about this matter.
The Salt Lake City Police Department is investigating the use of force incident by analyzing forensic evidence and interviewing witnesses. Then the district attorney's office will review the findings to determine whether the officer's use of force was justified. It was later confirmed that both victims, 63-year-old Terry Bertelson and 67-year-old Carrie Bertelson, died from stab wounds inflicted by their own son. As for the motive, it's unclear why Eric wanted to kill his parents, but court documents indicate he's been in and out of prison for parole violations for almost a decade. His most recent arrest was on December 22nd. The same agency was dispatched to the Bertelson home after Eric was spotted running outside of his house and on the road in front of his house wearing only boxers. According to the police affidavit, when police inquired about his behavior, he said that he used a lot of meth. Records indicate that the arrest was just 5 days after he was granted parole from the Utah State Prison. According to their obituaries, Carey had just retired from his 50-year career as a mechanical engineer for Blanchard Metals. He was a man of his word and would sacrifice many hours of his life to provide for his family. Terry had applied her creative skills, hard work, and sense of adventure into being a wedding and event planner for the past 10 years. Her friends said she'll be remembered for her love of camping in the desert, being a devoted NFL fan, her enthusiasm for Halloween, her wonderful sense of humor, and above all else, her unconditional acceptance of others. I want to bring in Chad Ayers. He is the founder of the Proactive Response Group. He's also the former assistant SWAT team leader of the Greenville County Sheriff's Office in South Carolina. So Chad, the minute I saw this case, I was really interested in getting your perspective on it. What are your first thoughts upon reviewing this body camera footage?
Yeah, and Jeanette, thanks for having me on. It's heartbreaking, first and foremost. My heart and goes out to the family that has happened to deal with something like this. But I think it's important to point out what a great job law enforcement did on eliminating that threat as quickly as possible. Obviously, the outcome is not what...
fuck all that.
Shortly after...
Oh, look.
obviously got some mental health issues, it sounds like, from what...
Man, fuck all that. Fuck what he was talking about. Great job. Nigga, that shit was below average effort. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Me, I'm gonna just be real with you, bro. I see the knife. They say him put the knife down, nigga. Nigga, I'm putting you down, nigga. Nigga, it looked like they was scared in there. You scared, nigga? Nigga, it's 4 niggas with a gun and it's 1 nigga with a knife. This ain't no fucking movie, nigga. I'm gonna be so real with y'all niggas, man. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what you niggas say. It could be Bruce Lee, motherfucking any nigga that do karate, all that dumb shit. Nigga, I got a gun, nigga, this Bruce Lee. Nigga, Bruce Lee getting his ass popped. I hate when niggas be like, oh shit, you got a gun, you still fighting that. Nigga, I don't remember that nigga being bulletproof. You niggas gotta listen, this ain't no fucking movie. Nigga, you is not bulletproof. I don't know who told you with that knife. You Superman, you can dodge bullets, you bulletproof. Nigga, me, I'll be like, nigga, all y'all niggas is fired. Y'all scarier than a motherfucker. You in that bitch. What you supposed to run in there, nigga. You sitting there bagging up. You see 2 dead bodies. This nigga with a knife. You put the knife down. Nigga, I'm putting you down, nigga. You got that knife, nigga. Listen, what I tell y'all? That's how he gonna. That's how that nigga gonna be when I'm busting at his ass. Like this nigga. What nigga? That was below average effort.
Reading about the case. And he's stabbing them. I mean, and
they seen him stabbing him, and they like put the knife down.
Themselves,
what?
And they walk in, and he is stabbing his parents. I mean, it sounds like at the end of murdering them. I just can't even imagine.
Bro,
and I think too, it goes back to show the training that this agency had and what a great job they did on setting up what we call like a perimeter around the building from the outside in, trying to see. Because from the 911 tapes, as you heard, there's a lot of kind of mumble jumble. You couldn't really piece together what was going on from the 911 tape. So obviously several officers arrived on scene, and they started trying to see what can I see from outside, right? So they kind of moved around to the back of the residence, and seems like at that point one of those officers observed him stabbing his parents, at that moment. So the decision was made. Listen, in law enforcement, we have priorities of life, right? Innocent civilians is number 1. Number 2 is law enforcement. Right, so we put innocent civilians above ourselves. Then we put ourselves.
They were dead.
Suspects, and then we have property. So obviously, their training kicked in. They realized we have an innocent person that is potentially, in the process of losing their life. They did not hesitate, and that's what I love. He turned and told the guy, "We've got to go now." And they went in there. They booted the door open and took care of business.
There's a lot of heavy breathing. You hear the police officer. I mean, this is kind of what police officers do. I think when people watch these videos, the cops, I mean, they're kind of trained, in my experience, in covering these types of incidents over the years, to be kind of forceful. You have to do some yelling, and you have to kind of shout out a command and be forceful about it. And then you hear the guy kind of... I don't know if excited is really the police officer is not really excited, but their adrenaline is pumping. They kind of go into this mode of responding.
I wouldn't even have
so explain to me
shit for us to talk
all of
about.
that, the heavy breathing, that type of thing.
You about to join them. Well, you're not going
right,
where
the
they
body
going,
does crazy things under stress.
Like
as someone who, unfortunately, has been involved in deadly force encounters in the past. One, I think it is important, Anjanette, for your viewers to understand. In law enforcement, we give verbal commands if feasible, right? So not all situations are we going to give a verbal command. Let's just take, I think a perfect example would be like an active shooter situation. A school resource officer is running down the hall, and there is someone, with a gun in a school shooting, and there's other situations, but I think for the viewers, this is the one they can wrap their head around the quickest is if someone is, running towards a classroom with a gun, I am not going to give verbal commands to drop the gun, because by the time I finish yelling, drop the gun, he can pull the trigger several more times. So unless you have police, sheriff, whatever on you, there are situations where I am not going to give verbal commands, that I'm going to go ahead and just use deadly force immediately. But we as law enforcement officers, me as a former law enforcement officer, this video shows, though, that we are still human. We are still people who react to these types of situations just like many other humans would react. So again, the adrenaline, the adrenaline dump that happened right after, for lack of better terms, the smoke settles, you hear the increased breathing, but that may just be one. Another officer may respond in an emotional way. Some may shut down and show no emotion whatsoever. None of these, reactions to a deadly force situation are wrong. But it just shows that, in critical situations, we are just like anyone else, right? We react the same type of way, whether it's heavy breathing, crying, or just a stonewall face that, in disbelief. But it brings that human aspect of, after the shots are fired, that officer realizes what's being, happened. And now, though, his partners did an excellent job, and kudos to those guys for taking care of him, who's, unfortunately just had to use deadly force, take a life. They pick up on that. They're telling him, hey, listen, holster your gun, step outside. We've got it from here. And that kind of takes that burden off of him. Let them go do work, and then resources can come in and start helping him.
On the video, and it's blurred, we're not going to show that, but they tell him to drop the knife. And it sounds like he's actively standing, wherever he is, he's there with the knife, and his family members, his mother and father are there, Carrie and Terry. I mean, it's just, I can't even imagine this poor parents enduring what they endured, being murdered like that. And he's there with the knife. And a lot of people might say, why are you shooting a guy with a knife? And I've covered cases in the past where this is...
I beg to differ. Why the fuck ain't you shooting a nigga with a knife? Any nigga, if you watching this video and you sit here, you feeling sorry for that nigga that got his ass blasted for having a knife. Imagine you see, just put yourself in they fucking shoes. Imagine you fucking open the door, you see two elderly people dead, cause they was dead. They was DOA, dead on arrival. They was already dead. He was just he just finished the job. He had a knife, and you sitting here like, why are y'all shooting him? What the fuck? So I can end up like whoever the fuck that is on the ground? Nigga, me, bro. I swear to God, nigga would have shot his ass. I would have gave. I'm like, nigga, hell yeah, nigga. Blast his ass. This is why I'm not meant for jobs like, I'm unprofessional, bro. God. Nigga, good nigga, you blasted his ass. Nigga, good shit. What, nigga, we weren't
very controversial, where somebody had a knife. The case I covered where somebody was shot in the past by officers, where the person had a knife. They had it in their hand and were brandishing it, but they weren't. In this case, the man is murdering his parents.
Literally.
But in that case that I covered in the past, they said, well, the officers shot him. It was dark outside. He has the knife. They told him to drop it, but they said the knife, if thrown, could be fatal. It could cause a fatal wound, up to 21 feet or something like that if it's thrown. So what is your response to that, as far as people who might say, why are you shooting a man who has a knife instead of maybe running up and trying to disarm him?
For anybody who says that, you know how fucking stupid you sound? Do you know how fucking dumb you sound talking about something? Why did you run up? Why did you shoot him? Why did you run up and help him with a knife? What? Why am I for bitch? They are not superheroes. That's not fucking, bitch, you don't respawn. Listen, man. I'ma look at that nigga. I would have seen his parents dead on the ground. I would have shot that nigga dead in his head, bro. I would have shot him dead, clean in his fucking noggin. It's no way in here. You think I'm finna put my gun down, right? and he got a knife, right? And I just got my hands. No, player, that's how you die. You die like that. Please stop. Y'all need to start saying this dumb ass shit, bro. This nigga brandished a knife. He didn't brandish. He just got done using a murder weapon to kill his parents. You know how fucking sinister some shit like that is? You know how fucking cruel, like, I'm gonna be real with you. If I had to choose a nigga stabbing me to death or getting shot, I'm getting shot every time, bro. You know, like, you gotta really, a nigga gotta stab you a couple times unless he just stab you in the right place for you just automatically die. That's like you get stabbed in your chest. If he don't fucking touch that heart, and even if he tap you in the heart, bitch, you still gonna be hurt until you pass out or die. The fuck? I feel like being stabbed to death is like one of the worst fucking ways to die. Period, bro. If a nigga pull up on me with a knife and I don't got no weapon and he say he killed me, I might fuck around and bust out crying. You gonna do what? Bro, please, bro. Bro, please don't stab me, bro. Just shoot me, bro. A nigga just is stabbing you repeatedly. That's the most agonizing pain you will ever feel in your life, bro. Being stabbed, bro. Cause you gotta die. That's a slow death. I don't want ever. God forbid that I ever die anytime soon. But I don't want a slow death, bro. I don't want a slow and painful death. Just go ahead, end it right then and there, bro. Cause a nigga stabbing me to death, bro. Nah, bro. A nigga stabbing me to death, bro. No, gang.
We go through so many situations on this for hours. We had a situation literally about 800 yards from where I'm sitting right now at a Walmart where a guy had stolen butcher knives and opened up packets of butcher knives at a Walmart right across the street from where I'm at. Law enforcement arrives on scene. This guy is running, around the Walmart, finally makes his way outside, and that exact, scenario happened where he took a butcher knife, slung it at one of our deputies who got lacerated in the thigh, barely missed his femoral artery, which would have caused him to bleed out in probably 3 to 5 minutes, where deadly force was used. So again, knives are not, just up close items that can be used to cause seriously bodily harm or death. They can be thrown. Also, action is always faster than reaction. So plenty of studies have been shown. We used to do this in training where I can put someone in, I think now the reactionary gap on an edged weapon is actually more like 30 feet now. So what that's saying is in the amount of time, if someone has an edged weapon or a knife and they're standing, let's just go with 21 feet. And your gun is either in the holster or even out, what we call it like a low ready. So you're not actually pointing it, at the person that's just down. The amount of time where that person can gain the ground to stab the officer by the time the officer's brain has the opportunity to say, oh my gosh, threat, draw your gun, shoot, or raise your gun and shoot, 9 times out of 10, that officer is being stabbed by the person with the knife in that amount of time. So again, I think it's also important for viewers to, let's just take, someone with kids. If you were at 2 o'clock got kicked open and you were downstairs, your kids were upstairs and you saw someone with a knife walking up the stairs, what would you as a parent do, right? What would you do? And any parent's going to say, I would do whatever I have to take to protect my kids. It's the same thing in law enforcement. We're going to do whatever we can do to protect ourselves. So action is always faster than reaction. Deadly force is deadly force, whether it is with a knife, a gun, a vehicle, an explosive device. I don't want to get hurt, and I have to end that before I get hurt or more innocent lives gets hurt. And that's what the officer did. They did an excellent job.
Obviously, there are, some investigations underway right now. A neighboring police department is doing an investigation into the shooting. Those findings then will be turned over to the Salt Lake County DA's office. They will determine whether or not the officer's actions were indeed justified. So that's a process that could take some time. These sometimes do take some time. I mean, I covered a county where sometimes these decisions were made rather quickly. Unfortunately, we had it felt like quite a few officer-involved shootings, and they would make these determinations, it felt like, pretty quickly after the investigations were in. So what is your gut telling you about this? It sounds like you're believing that the officer, from everything you know, you believe his actions were justified.
Yeah, obviously.
Not that I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, look, there's likely two investigations going on right now. You have a internal investigation from the agency that is probably investigating was policy and procedure followed in this type of situation, right? Every agency is going to have a deadly force policy and procedure. You have to meet this criteria. So they are internally looking, was policy and procedures followed? That investigation probably won't last very long. Then you have the criminal investigation that's being taken place. And a lot of people don't think about that side. In a deadly force situation, we as law enforcement officers, if we have to use deadly force, we are treated, respectfully, but we are still a suspect in a crime. We're a suspect in a homicide. So we are read our Miranda rights, advisory rights, and we are then, we are still, American citizens that are awarded that same constitutional right to counsel, and we're read our Miranda rights. It's not fun. Even if you did everything right, there's still that uneasiness about you. But I believe that this officer is going to be cleared both internally and with the agency. And I think that, in a case like this is a really, what I would believe is a cut and dry case. I do not see a lot in this case from what I've seen on the video and what I've read on the news that there should be any type of discrepancy or questions about why deadly force was used in this situation.
Chad Ayers, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Anjanette, always good to be here.
And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.
Anyways, y'all, like I said, there's some crazy motherfuckers in this world. But I hope y'all boys stay safe out there. Stay armed up, stay dangerous. Y'all boy, I'm gonna catch y'all nigga on the motherfucking flip side.